18 years ago, we were switched at birth.
So no, I'm not your daughter. Which means you don't get to stop me from going to Shadowcliff. Understood? My name is Lina, no family name. In Greymark, people called me Crestworms. The overseer at the rune mill called me Bastard. My foster father, Garrick, called me Little Beast. Nobody used my real name, because nobody believed a stray wolf blood girl deserved one. A war carriage ripped through the dusk and stopped below the tower. That kind of ride was rare. I knew exactly who she was. Everyone in Greymond did. I found her. Serena Valerius, the golden daughter of House Valerius. Your Lina? Touch it. The stone burst with blinding violet light. 18 years ago, we were switched at birth. You're the real daughter of House Valerius. Don't get excited. I didn't come here to bring you home and make you some noble princess. For what? My mother refuses to let me do the death drop at Shadowcliff, so I'm using you to prove I'm not her daughter. Then she has no right to stop me. Fine, I'll go. At the entrance of the tower, hidden in the shadows, a hooded man stood without moving. He lifted one hand and traced a sealing sigil in the air. Then he turned and vanished into the night. Sarah, this is your parents' real daughter? Wow, what a letdown. What is this, blood? Are we sure they got it right? Lady Morwen is elegance itself, and this backwoods girl can't even shift, can she?
Oh my, she reeks of ruining.
Enough. I could feel their stares sticking into me like needles. I didn't care. I'd spent 18 years hearing worse. I leaned back against the carriage wall and shut my eyes like I was asleep.
Sarah, when you said your mother banned you from going to Shadowcliff, was she actually serious this time?
Obviously. She froze half my bloodline credit. I can't even buy the new flight cloak release. So what's the point of dragging this backwoods girl home? My mother said, if you weren't my daughter, I couldn't control you. So I'm gonna make sure she understands I'm really not. How much longer? What's the rush? You'll know when we get there. I have work tomorrow. You don't work anymore. You carry Valeria's blood. Even if you still look like gutter trash, you're not going back to a rune sweatshop. I turned my head and looked out into the night. The glass reflected my face back at me, tired eyes, but every inch of me out of place among those polished girls. But I had my own way of surviving, and for 18 years that way had kept me alive. And the spires of Frostmoon Keep cut into the horizon. Frostmoon Keep was built from black stone, its towers spearing up through the clouds. The moat around it didn't hold water. It carried a silver-white memory current, a living manifestation of House Valerius's bloodline power. Move, country girl. I followed her through massive oak doors carved with the crests of the 12 great houses. Portraits of past family heads lined both sides of the corridor. Why is that one hidden? Don't ask questions you're not supposed to ask. But I'd already seen the name engraved below it. Valdris Grimroar. In the Manus' grand hall, Lady Morwen Valerius stood halfway down a spiral stone staircase. Her eyes were silver, the mark of the silver wolf.
Mother! I found her! She's your real daughter! So now you can't stop me anymore, right? I'm going to Shadowcliff!
She threw the bloodstone at me again. The violet light burst out on contact. Torben stepped out from the shadows before Seraphina could speak. He was the alpha of House Valerius, leader of the Silver Wolves.
Your mother wasn't finished speaking.
What is there to say? The bloodstone lit up!
Seraphine, unless you're trying to deceive us.
Where exactly would I find someone who looks this much like both of you?
Don't tell me you can't even recognize your own daughter.
Oh, Father! Don't let Mother cut off my magic supply!
Torben moved like he was about to go after her, but Morwen caught his arm. From the moment she saw the bloodstone flare, she hadn't taken her eyes off my face. Give me your hand. And the instant they did, A cold current slid into my veins.
Torin, shut down the man in wards.
More
Just turn it off.
If the bloodline was wrong, the mansion would tear you apart. Nothing left, not even bone.
Turn them back on.
Silver white light poured down through the runework carved into the ceiling. It swept across the entire hall. It moved around me, touched me, tested me, finally flowed right past me. Nothing happened. I was still standing there, completely unharmed.
Mother, the north side of the wardlet had cracked.
What kind of crack?
Not the kind caused by an attack. The energy was drained. Something absorbed it.
Do you know why the bloodstone flared so bright when you touched it?
Nobody in Greymark had ever taught me anything about bloodlines. Garrick taught me exactly one thing. Keep your head down, do your work, don't cause trouble.
Because your blood concentration is higher than any living wolf in House Valerius.
Morwen cleared the room. She left only me inside. I knew the handwriting instantly. Mine.
I founded Silverbriar Oath. It's a program I set up for abandoned wolf-blood children. Over the last 3 years, I've supported more than 100 of them.
So you're the sponsor.
The bloodline tracker picked you up from hundreds of miles away. Valerius blood runs in your veins.
You already knew I belonged to House Valerius?
I knew your bloodline. But I didn't know whose daughter you were.
What does that mean?
House Valerius blood is spread all across the Eastern Territories. There are at least hundreds of people in this world carrying some Valerius ancestry. The tracker could tell me only one thing, that you belong to the Valerius line. It could not tell me you were my daughter.
Not until the bloodstone lit up. That's when I realized the girl I'd been quietly helping all these years was my daughter. I kept telling myself I only paid you so much attention out of pity. I read every letter you sent me over and over. When you wrote the foreman gave me half a loaf extra today, I was happy for the rest of the day. When you wrote my foster father hit me again, I couldn't sleep that night. I told myself I was just too emotionally invested in the children I supported. I even made excuses to go see you, more than once. But every time I was about to leave, I got a warning.
Who? Valdris Grimminon.
I thought of the covered portrait in the hall.
He was once House Valerius's chief mage. 18 years ago, he stole a newborn from the family and sold her to common folks in the lower districts.
Me?
He left behind a threat. If anyone from House Valerius tried to reclaim that child, he would trigger the seal on her body and reduce her to ash.
Why would Valdris Grimnick steal me?
Because your bloodline isn't ordinary Valerius blood. The tracker didn't sense you from so far away because you happened to be close enough. It sensed you because your blood is too powerful to hide.
How powerful?
I can't tell you. Valdris placed a seal on you. It doesn't just lock down your power. It also watches.
So if you tell me the truth,
You'll take action.
Kalen stood at the entrance of the interrogation room, holding a memory crystal in his hand. Kalen Valerius, firstborn son of House Valerius, heir to the next Silver Wolf Alpha seat.
Relax. It won't hurt. Might feel a little cold.
If you read it, what exactly do you see?
Your memories. Not all of them. Just the surface layer.
What are you trying to find? Kalen said nothing. He stepped behind me and pressed his right hand to my temp. A cold stream of energy surged into my head. I heard him let out a low groan. His hand flew away from my temple. I turned around. He stared down at his palm, where tiny, burn-like cracks had spread across his fingertips.
What did you see?
Nothing.
Then what happened to your hand?
I sat there in the iron chair and waited 15 minutes. He never came back. So I pushed the door open myself. Then I stepped into the corridor. I followed the corridor until I reached Torben's study. The door was half open. Kaylin's voice came from inside.
I can't read her memory. Something is shielding it.
What kind of seal?
Whatever it is, it threw my hand back. I've never seen runes like that. They don't belong to any modern sigil system. What's sealed inside her, Valdris may not have put it there. He may have only been guarding it.